And today's topic will be becoming familiar with the language. When we first start to learn a language, we can very easily become overwhelmed by the quantity of knowledge to learn. Everything is completely new. First things first. In this situation, the key is to become familiar with the language. How to become familiar with the language? Let me help you. Learning a language entails constant exposure to new language structures, new cultural concepts, and new visions of the world. One of the easiest things you can do before you actually start learning the language is to learn about the language. In order not to get lost on the way, find as much information as you can about your target language. The way it works, how different it is from yours, and some of its main characteristics. In this regard, Wikipedia is your best friend. A YouTube video introducing the main characteristics of the language you're learning is also a good option. There are a lot of them online, and in 30 minutes you can find a lot of information. No matter what source you choose, we've come up with 3 crucial elements you should definitely find to familiarize yourself with your target language. And the good thing is that they can be found in a language you already speak. So sit back, turn off any notifications, set your timer and get ready to focus for 30 minutes. And with no further ado, the 3 most crucial elements you should definitely find to familiarize yourself with your target language. Element number 1, the language family. Languages are generally classified into families. If the language you're learning belongs to the same family as your native language or a language you already speak, it will probably be much easier to learn than if it belonged to a completely different language family. For example, French and Italian belong to the same family of languages. They have a lot of vocabulary and grammar in common. On the other hand, Chinese and French belong to totally different language families. As a native Chinese speaker, you're more likely to find greater differences between Chinese and French. Therefore, it might take more time to master it. Element number 2, writing and pronunciation. Learning how to read and pronounce a language is extremely important because it'll give you access to a wide variety of resources. And these resources are absolutely necessary to learn a language. By reading about pronunciation beforehand, you'll know exactly what to focus on when you start to actively work on it. Element number 3, the grammar section. Don't freak out. I know grammar sounds boring, but don't worry. Learning a language is so much more than learning its grammar, and studying grammar won't be your main activity. However, having an idea of how the sentences of your target language are structured will probably come in handy when you start working on the resources. Now, here are a few more tips to help you on the go. Tip number 1. Wikipedia articles are a great source of information, but they are sometimes hard to read. For easier articles, you can also visit Wikipedia's baby sibling, Wikidia. Tip number 2. At this point, don't try to memorize all the information you read or watch, unless you really want to. The most important thing is that you understand this content, and progressively move from a state of not knowing the language at all to that of knowing a little more about it. Tip number 3. Wikipedia articles can be read at different stages of the learning process. Some of its content might not be useful right at the beginning, but as your command of the language increases, you'll be able to focus on different aspects of the article and will understand it at a deeper level. If you're interested in or have to learn a language but have little time to do so, we would be thrilled and honored to help you on your learning journey. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it so we know you're satisfied, and share it with all the busy learners you know if you think it can be helpful. Finally, by subscribing to our channel, you'll give us the opportunity to share even more relevant content. We've just shown a few of the multiple possibilities to become familiar with a new language. But we're pretty sure that you busy learners have your own strategies. Leave us a comment down below telling us about your little tricks. So, with the remaining time of your 30 minutes, you now know what to do to become more familiar with your target language. I'll be meeting you in the next video, and until then, salut à tous and good luck busy learners!